hand over to you. You have 10 minutes for your presentation on the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. Thank you.
Thank you, Gwen, for that very beautiful introduction. I am really grateful to the NEU for organizing this meeting and having an opportunity to be with so many people and be sharing our experience of our campaign and also what happened at Jallianwala Bagh. After the First World War, the British Empire very clearly realized that they will not be able to continue ruling India without an iron fist. Why was that? It was because they were really shaken up at the core of all the resistance from 1857 to up to the Jallianwala Bagh and beyond. And that is what they were scared of, and they wanted to crush all the resistance, all the movements that were going on and spreading all over India. Unlike the other resistance that were local, now at this time it was spreading all over India, and people were joining together. It was the unity in action, unity of the movement. That is what the British Empire was really scared of. People were uniting on one platform. Hindu, Sikh, Muslims, they were all coming to one platform to get rid of the foreign rule. That iron fist they talked about was the Rowlatt Act. And the Rowlatt Act was brought to crush all the revolutionary movements. And Rowlatt Act gave absolute power to the police to arrest, to search, and to imprison anybody who was suspected a revolutionary. Even if they had just attended a meeting, that was enough for them. And the imprisonment was up to 2 years, and there was no argument, no lawyer, and no appeal to the person who has been imprisoned. Punjab particularly became was seized by the British Army, and General Dyer was brought to Amritsar to sort out all the movements that were going on. Because people were resisting the Rowlatt Act, there were two very successful strikes happened, one on the 30th of March and the other one on the 6th of April. And to crush all these movements, the Dyer was brought into, but still the movement continued. On the 13th of April, estimated 35,000 people gathered in the Jallianwala Bagh. Some went there just to celebrate Vaisakhi, while the others were there to resist the Rowlatt Act and also the arrest of the two very prominent leaders a couple of days before. General Dyer entered the Bagh with his 50 army men, and without any warning, he ordered to open fire at the crowd where it was the thickest. All the escape routes were blocked, and people jumped into the well. 1,650 rounds were used in the 10 minutes of the firing. More than 1,500 people were killed, and many more, thousands more, were injured, although the official figures is 379. But that many people actually argue and disputed. There was no medical treatment given to the wounded, no arrangements was made to dispose the bodies, no water was given until the next morning. After the Jallianwala Bagh massacre, 9 days crawling order was placed whereby anybody seeing a Britisher, they had to crawl past them. There were a number of other things which I think I wouldn't go through. What I would like to stress is that the lesson the empire wanted to teach the Indian people actually turned out to be a lesson to the empire, because the Jallianwala Bagh, instead of creating a terror, the massacre became a symbol of independent struggles for independence, justice, peace, and socialism, not only in India, but all over the country, all over the world. The Jallianwala Bagh massacre was condemned, and some people protested by, like Rabindranath Tagore. He renounced his knighthood. And I would like to come to now to our campaign in Britain. Our campaign for the formal apology began in 2013 when David Cameron visited the Jallianwala Bagh, and he wrote in the visiting book that it was a deeply shameful event, but never came up to apologizing for that event. And that is what happened to the other leaders as well. Many other leaders visited and said similar kind of things. The reason why we are campaigning for, one, that the Jallianwala Bagh has left a very deep wound on the psyche of Indian people, and that is still bleeding. Our children are born with a scar on their heart. We feel that the world need to know, British people need to know what has happened, what the truth of the empire was. And this is the main reason why we are campaigning for the innocent people who lost life. We have our campaign was formalized in 2017, and it is expanded. It has expanded all the imperialist borders, and it reflects now the undivided India of 1919. The support we have got from in Britain and worldwide has also crossed the borders, crossed the religious and cultural boundaries, and all people from all walks of life, black, white, Asian, all are coming together to join us to demand this apology. We have 4 demands actually, not the 2 we have been really very strongly been stressing. One is the formal apology by the serving British Prime Minister. The second is decolonization of national curriculum. We believe that learning the past can enlighten our future. Without learning what happened in the past, we cannot move forward. The third demand we have is the building of a center of colonial struggles, where people can go and visit, study, and learn. The fourth one is a monument of Jallianwala Bagh on British soil. And we feel it is very important for our children to learn about this. British people themselves, not only us, not only our children, the British people themselves are kept in dark. They are denied their own history. They are denied the history of the empire. The truth is kept away from them. And we think by doing this, with our campaign, we will be able to raise awareness of people so that they realize, and also for our children to learn why we are here, why their parents ended up in Britain, and they feel confused. The racism in the country is not letting them to be full citizen of the country, and we feel that by having the teaching of colonial history will teach them their heritage and be proud of, rather than be feeling of inferior as the empire has always taught them to be. Um, we have support of all political parties. The cross party MPs have written to former Prime Minister Jeremy Corbyn. The former leader of Labour Party has had called for an apology, but Theresa May fell short of delivering it. We, the Jallianwala Bagh Centenary Committee, are we want to continue this campaign until all four demands are delivered. But we stress on the teaching of the colonial history. The momentum is going on is growing with the Black Lives Matter. The movement is also calling for all three of the demands we are making, bar the fourth one. It is really interesting and also encouraging to know that the call for waking up to the past and the blood-soaking imperial history has reached the royal household as well. That is really encouraging to know. Prince Harry has very openly have called his grandmother to wake up to the past and the hurt that has been caused by the empire. Lastly, I will stop it there, but I would like to take an opportunity to thank everybody who has supported this campaign, and I hope they will continue to support. With whatever they have done, it has been really encouraging, the support we have. It has been beyond our imagination, the amount of support we have received. And I thank everybody, all the audience, all the people who have joined the meeting. Thank you for listening to me.
Thank you so much, Joginder, for fitting in such detailed and passionate information into such a short time. We discussed before the meeting, didn't we, and said that actually to cover this in just 10 minutes is so difficult, and yet you managed to do that. And I think what you said about how we can't move forward